calendars. So we're going to talk about calendars for just a second. Now, if you want to insert a calendar, it is an option to insert. When you click here, it's going to show you all of the Google calendars that you have access to. If you are currently using Google Classroom and you're using it with purpose and intention, you have assignments in there, you can use your Google Classroom calendar and it will show then any assignments that you've created in that classroom as a calendar on this page. If you are not using Google Classroom, or maybe you don't put everything in Google Classroom that are assignments that you want your students and parents to see, you have a couple of options. If you're kind of using Google Classroom but you want more stuff to be on there, you can create extra events in Calendar. If you go to Google, go to your calendar. When you make an event, you have to change where it's going and make sure that you're choosing that Google Classroom calendar so that it shows up on that page. So let's say you're going on a field trip, or let's say you have a different kind of assignment that you're not posting in Google Classroom, whatever, then you would choose that Google Classroom. If you don't use Google Classroom at all, you would consider maybe making a new calendar. So right here, there's a plus sign, and it gives you the option to make a brand new calendar. And if you're at the secondary level and you have multiple preps, or if you're elementary and you want to have a calendar for each of your subject areas, you can name this calendar accordingly, okay? So I can call this Chonka's Algebra, and then I've got Chonka's Pre-Algebra, and I've got Chonka's Pre-Calculus for each of my 3 preps,
Chris,
for example.
What was that plus sign in?
That plus sign is starting on your calendar page, right above this My Calendar section. There's a plus sign right here. And when you click it, the first option is New Calendar. Okay? So you give it a name. And I'm just calling mine Chonka Demo. It should be showing that you're in Central Time. Should be. If it's not, then you might want to change that. And then when you click Create Calendar, it's going to have a little progress bar showing down here saying we're working on it, it's in progress. And then when it's done, it changes to saying successfully created. You want to click on this link to configure. If you don't do it now, then you can come back and do it later. See, it went away, it took too long. But now I have Chonka Demo, that's the new calendar that I just made, and I've got options. You've got these options for all of your calendars. Clicking on these vertical triple dots here, now I want to go to Settings and Sharings. Takes me to the same place as if I had clicked on Configure in the first place. You have to make this calendar available to the public, or when you put it on your web page, people are just going to see a square saying you don't have access to see any of the contents on this calendar. So it's kind of a wasted effort. So make it available to the public. It's going to give you the scary warning, are you sure? Yes, I'm sure, I know what I'm doing. And you do want the people to be able to see all event details. If all they see is free busy, again, kind of worthless. Okay? They need to be able to see that you have test on Friday or assignment 3 due on Wednesday. You don't want them to just see free busy information. Okay? So once this calendar has been set to make available to the public, then to make events that are visible on that calendar. So here I am on Super Saturday, and at the end of the day, I'm going to add something. I have to change where I'm putting this event to my new calendar that I just made called Chonka Demo. Give it a title, Assignment 3, or start preparing for a research project. Research starting on Monday, it could be a reminder, it could be an actual event, whatever it is that you're going to be that you're wanting to put in there to make people aware of. And then you're going to click Save. Beware, save. Now, on your site, you don't see it right away because you just made it. You probably have to refresh your page. Once you refresh and you click on calendar, then you will see the calendar that you just made. When you click on it one time, it's going to ask, do you want to insert one item? You can actually select multiple calendars to be on your page at a time. For today's purposes right now, I'm just going to show you how to insert this one. It drops it in there. The default view is this agenda mode, which is a list of items, okay? But if you click on the gear, you can change that so that the view mode, meaning when viewers land on your page, what do they see? Do you want them seeing the agenda, the weekly view, or the monthly view? I personally find the monthly view to be most effective because you kind of want them to get that at-a-glance view of everything that's going on, and then you click on done. That does not mean that the viewer cannot change to looking at it by the week or by the agenda mode. It just means that's the default, what they see when they land on the page, okay? And then to see what that looks like, we can switch it over to preview mode, and that's what your viewers see. The nice thing about embedding this calendar is that your students, if they click on this plus sign, that means that they're subscribing to changes. And then when they go to calendar, they'll see that all of the events that are on there every time they go to their calendar page, okay? They don't have to, but it's an option. Same thing for parents. They can see everything that's going on anytime they go to their calendar. And again, this monthly view that we told it to be the default can be toggled to week or to agenda based on the preference of the viewer, okay? But if you don't put it in public mode, they're not going to be able to see it. Any other questions about calendar?
How did you get to the public mode one more time?
In the settings of the calendar.
Anytime that you add something to the calendar, do you need to republish it for it to display?
Nope, it will publish, or it will show any new additions that you have.
Yeah, see,
I mean, unless somebody happens to be looking at it as you make it, there might be a delay in showing up, but this calendar should show. I guess I can go ahead and make something else.
that's what I do. I really make very few changes to my page anymore. I do stuff like through the calendar, like about the assignments or other things, and it pulls it automatically, which makes it really nice because I don't have to go back and forth and publish like that. So.
Okay, so I put this one on February 5th. And it saved it. So now, I don't know how long it'll take, but we'll come back in a little bit. And I'm also in preview mode. And now look, it showed up a new event. You wanted to know how to go back to make it
Well, I
public?
refreshed it. I thought it would kind of come up.
So on your calendar,
Or did you
I'm
insert
gonna
it?
zoom
Yeah, I
this
put
in real
a
big.
couple dates in.
The new one that you just made.
Is it the yellow right there?
Do you
Well,
see
that's
these
today's
triple dots
dates.
next to the name of your calendar, vertical
Oh.
triple dots?
I don't want to be on today, do I? Because, I mean, I put in some dates for Monday's lesson, for example, and a field trip on the 15th.
Slide,
And
you have
they
to be
don't show up.
hovering on top of
Did
the
you
name
get-
of your
okay.
calendar,
Okay.
and
first
you
off,
have an
pick
X
the
and a
item.
triple dots, vertical
preview.
triple dots.
This
Are
is
you
what
in
they
your
see.
calendar?
I thought I was.
Okay.
Okay.
No, you're
Scroll
already
down.
in the settings.
Still nothing.
So now right here, make it
Still
available to the
nothing.
public.
And here we are. Oh, you know what?
Okay.
I
Did you
need
put
to
it, did you
be,
go, did you put it public
Now
view?
you can get out of the
I
settings.
did. I thought I did, because she was helping me with it.
Okay.
Go here.
This is the calendar.
I
Okay.
said calendar I'm not real good at. I know she set mine up and I haven't. had to do anything.
Options,
So it's not in here.
settings, and
You have
settings
to
and
share
share.
it
There
right
it is.
there.
So go ahead and
Okay.
hit refresh.
And
Was that a new calendar that you just made?
make available to public.
You
Okay.
need to ask her if you can get rid of that.
Okay, so
See
now
all
calendar.
events.
No, I just want, I mean, you can't get rid of it.
And did you add it in the calendar?
And what's the new calendar that you just
Yeah,
made?
because, well,
Seeing that you have two. and I don't
it
know.
was. I mean, when
This is what the
the
public
calendar that I was
sees. This
actually
is what
working
they
in,
see.
Yeah.
This is the trash can. Perfect example of what they see.
Oh, okay,
When
okay,
you
okay.
come over here,
Probably
you
should.
can't change